Noah Chast is on the sideline with some members of the unbeaten 7-0 New Jersey Freedom, who last year played for Chicago. Noah?
Yeah, thank you, Ira. Here with man of the match, Matt Buffum and Jake Milnzaik, Team Freedom players, but former Untouchables. And these are guys you also practice with because a lot of them are on the East Coast. Tell me, how much of, a microcosm is these first two sets, going extra points and losing, of the Untouchable season that you've seen so far?
I'd say that they're really close. And when we're practicing with these guys, like, it's incredibly competitive practice on all fronts. A lot of these guys are from Pennsylvania, where we're from. They're right there. They're right there. I don't know what they're missing, but they're so close, and it's so awesome to see because we were both on this team last year. You know, these are all of our friends that are playing over there. We think they're so close, and they're going to find it. It's just a matter of when.
And Jake, when you practice with these guys, I mean, what is it that you see that maybe isn't showing up come game day?
I'd say a lot of dog mentality, and I think a lot of these guys, we all play grass, and we all have those experience with the long side-out games. And it definitely it's all volleyball. It translates to everything. So having that dog mentality and being the one to take over, I think, is something that they can take on.
Do you think this season, I mean, even this match might be really the turning point or the closing point? Can they turn things around?
I think they can, and I think that they learned something in those first two sets that just because they're there in extra points, that means that they can get there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're all exactly where they are. I want to see what they do. If they're able to come back and take this game in 5, I think they got a strong case to make a push for the playoffs. It's just a matter of got to get it done here. I'm rooting for them. I think they can do it.
Speak on Captain Will Ragland. I mean, he's obviously one of the most explosive players on their team and full of emotion, clearly frustrated with the way things are going. Just tell me, what have you seen from him kind of from, behind the scenes?
Well, I'll just say Will's a baller. I got to spend a lot of time with him last year playing together, and there was some chemistry issues to start, but after that we meshed very well. He definitely likes to talk, and that's his strong suit, I would say, but all in all, he's a high flyer, and he can ball for sure. So I'd say right now is kind of finding their rhythm, right? Coming into this, we were talking, saying that this was very much a trap game for the Ramblers, and with, a team that has nothing to lose, they can come ball out and, maybe take one. So I think down 2-0 here, they can easily do the same thing.
Nice block there by the Ramblers. And tell me, it's my colleague Matt Prosser wants to know, it's very dark in this part of the arena. Why are your sunglasses on?
Well, you know what? Gotta shout out Pit Viper for the shades. Got to shout out to one of our sponsors. You know how it is.
Yeah, this is my first time actually ever wearing Pit Vipers, but I agree. Shout out the sponsor. Keep repping them.
As pro athletes on your own team watching this game, what do you think is, what would your prediction for how this set plays out? Jake, I'll start with you.
Well, when you're down 2-0, it's definitely tough. But like I said, at this point, Chicago, I think they're playing actually very well today. Some of the best volleyball I've seen them play. So you just can't get down. Like I said, the game is leaning towards like a Ramblers. If they get ahead, they can kind of take it easy. But if Chicago keeps coming out with the energy they have and they take one set, things can go a long way.
Matt, what do you see?
I think that they're, like I said earlier, they're right there. I think that, I don't know if I have a prediction. I'd say if they win this set, I think that I would pick them to win the rest of the match. But it's going to be, they're down 4 points at this point. They need to make a run now. Otherwise, I'm afraid that with the way that the first two sets ended, it may be a little more of the same.
Jake, my colleagues want you to answer honestly. Am I a better volleyball player or sideline reporter?
I'd say you're pretty 50-50 in both. I mean, this is our first interview together, so maybe I'll have to get more experience tomorrow.
I heard mediocre in both in my ear. Is that what you meant? Or just at both?
No, yeah, you got your skills.
You know what, I'm going to cut this interview off now before it gets ugly. We have Matt Buffum and Jake Milnzaik of Team New Jersey Freedom, still undefeated, watching some of their East Coast brethren. It's currently down 6-3, maybe now 7-3. I'll send it back to Matt and Ira over at the table.
Before it gets ugly? My goodness, that was a great interview, and it wasn't much of an endorsement from Jake about his former high school teammate. Yes, Noah and Jake, they played together in high school somewhere in the hills of Eastern Central Pennsylvania. And I mean, my money is on Noah as a sideline reporter based on what I heard there from Jake.
Yeah.